Hey guys. Okay, I got some experiences here for you. Try to get this camera set up straight. Okay, here's this is an experience I had, the ET experience, spiritual one, and it was back in the early days also. So here we go. There's a lot of things, little things that happen. Okay. But it's all mostly spiritual stuff, unfortunately. So anyway, I'm all freaking out about the UFOs that I saw and everything, and I decided I gotta get a handle on this, get my brain wrapped together. So before I went to work, I went to the mall, which is a long walk in Chatham. I went to the mall, and I was a teenager, I think 16, 17, something, and I bought a magazine, a UFO magazine. It's called UFOs or something, I don't know. It was one of them bigger publisher company, and I was all excited. I'm gonna read it, and so I figured I'm gonna read it at work during lunch, right? That was the plan. And so I go home, get my stuff, I come back, I go to work for like, was it 3 or 4 or something? I don't know. Anyway, and then I was feeling UFO-y all day, like I feel something going on. It's not like I was being stared at or anything, okay? Just to let you know, I wasn't being stared at like I usually do, but it was weird. So, so I start my lunch. I find a little cubicle where all the workers work, and I was gonna eat my lunch in the cubicle or whatever, and I started eating my lunch. It was a sandwich and some other stuff. I don't know, like it matters. Man, I eat my lunch, and I open up the magazine and I start reading it, okay? Just reading a story about abductions or UFO sightings someone had, stuff like that. I don't know what the topic was about. It was about UFOs. And I'm reading it, and as I'm just sitting there reading it, eating my lunch, the magazine, I start hearing a ringing in the center of my head, right in the center. And it started in the center. It didn't go bee. It didn't hit me from any side, okay? Usually the ringing starts when it hits you in the ear, left or right. Those are people thinking about you, by the way. When you get bee in your ear, in that area, that's someone thinking about you. This one was different. This started in the center of my head, right in the center of my brain. And it was really, it wasn't loud at all, but you could hear it. It was like a light bulb turned on and got brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until it got really bright. But it started off as a ringing, like a one-tone ring. Until it got so loud, and I'm reading it, and I thought to myself, what the fuck is ringing in my head? What's this about? And then it got louder, and I'm reading it. I'm reading, and I'm noticing it's getting louder, and it's getting louder, and it's getting louder, and pretty soon my whole head was ringing. My whole head. And I'm like, and the next thing I know, it got so loud from inside my head, my whole head was encompassed in this ringing. It was like a big ring. And I went, I passed out on the table. My head hit the table, and my face went into the food, my lunch. And then as soon as my head hit the table, the ringing stopped, and I woke up. And I woke up, and I was totally out of it. I just sat there going, thinking, what the hell just happened to me, right? So I was totally exhausted, no energy left. So I walked around I got up, eat my lunch, and I walked around in circles a couple times, trying to figure out what was going on, what I should do. And it all came to nothing, so I went into the girls' washroom and fell asleep on the couch. And I don't know, I was just so exhausted. I sat down for a minute, next thing you know, I fell asleep. And I still had like 4 hours of work to do, and I didn't do it. I woke up, my coworker waking me up. What the hell are you doing? I'll go, I don't know, I had something wrong with me. I was sick. That's why I said I was sick. Something was wrong with me. And, so my coworker said, "You're getting shit." And I'm like, I know. Whatever, right? What can you do? And so I went home that night, and I was still tired. I slept through the night, got up, and then I went back to work the next day, thinking maybe I not even have a job. So I'm working. I'm in there working. My boss comes. I knew she was going to come, and I'm like, oh no, here we go. I'm dead. I go, well, all she can do is fire you, right? That's what I'm thinking to myself. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, ugh. So, and my heart's out. And all of a sudden, I come. She's coming as she's approaching me, right? She's really a nice lady, really nice. And all I feel is compassion, right? Like Christ, compassion from coming from her. And as she came up to me, she goes, "Hi, Rich, I want to talk to you about yesterday." And all of a sudden, as she came up to me, I seen green. Her chest was green on her shirt, like aura green. Like I couldn't even see the color of her shirt anymore. That's how green she was. And as she got more and more closer to me, up to talking distance, you know, from person to person, all I seen was green. My whole head, the whole world turned green. I was in this big green bubble. And she's talking, and I'm like, she must have wanted to punch me then. But she's talking about me screwing up, right? And I'm not even listening to her. I'm like looking around going, holy fuck, I'm in the green world, right? And I'm like totally out of it. And I'm totally encompassed in this green. And she goes, and then I sort of like clued back in, but I'm still in the green. It wouldn't go away, right? The green wouldn't go away. And the green cloud I was in wouldn't go away. It was like her aura and my aura were hugging. And we're in this big cloud. And I told her, and she said a bunch of stuff. I don't even know what she said. But I knew it was about yesterday. And I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. I got really dizzy. I felt sick, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. I just lost my mind. I don't know what happened. And next thing I know, I sat down on the girl's couch in the bathroom. Next thing I know, she's waking me up. And that's all explanation I got. So I told her my side of the story. I didn't really know what happened. I felt sick and dizzy. I had no energy. Like, all of a sudden, I had no energy. And I don't know. I just lost my mind. So anyway, slowly the green went away, and I'm looking at her again. And she gave me shit. That was that. And she left. The rest of the day I worked. And that was that. But what happened, what I think happened with the ringing in my ear, was that the ETs, it was the ETs, because a spirit has never done that to me, except when they went up came into my heart and through my head, which was 20, 30 years later, which screwed my life up really bad. And what I think was, you know how when someone's thinking of you, you get the ringing in your ear, and then it slowly fades away? That is them doing the dishes. Let's say they're doing the dishes, and all of a sudden they think of you. As soon as they think of you, they align to you in your spirit, in your soul, and it makes a connection. It closes the gap. And their ego and your ego, you're standing here, this is your ego doing whatever, This is their ego. This person's thinking about you, and all of a sudden they're daydreaming, thinking about you, and all of a sudden, whoosh, they close the gap and make the ego connection, and it goes beep in your head. That's what that is. Just to let you know. Then, if you're really good and you're in yourself, you can feel who it is. Sometimes the phone will ring. Hey, just thinking about you. What are you doing? Want to go for coffee? Or it's your mom or your dad or whoever who's thinking of you. But try to feel who it is before that. But the one that happened to me was totally different. It started inside the middle of my head, which I'd never had before. This is the first time and the only time. It started in the middle of my head and came out and came out and came out. What was going on? I don't know, but it was similar to the ringing in your ear. And it got so loud where I passed out. And I just passed out. To me, it was E.T. because I was feeling the E.T.s or had the funny feeling. But I was reading the UFO book, which I think, I could, when I woke up, I could feel someone looking at me, like a ghost. But it was up high, and it was connected right into me. What I think happened was, for whatever reason, it was checking out my brain, tuning into me. What is at the base of your... It was like in the middle of my brain where your spine attaches to your brain. It was right there in the front side. That's where it started. Now, were the ETs wanting to know what I was doing? So they spiritually hooked up to me, gained the information because I was still closed up. Because I was excited about reading the UFO book. Maybe they wanted to know what I was excited about, but they couldn't really get or maybe they were loosening me up again in a different sort of way. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I know it was ET. I know it was the ETs. When I woke up, the ET was there, out looking at me, but I couldn't really see him. It was more like an outline of a person, vertical, looking head down with his feet up in the air, looking into my head. But I didn't pay attention to it. I just, what the fuck is going on, right? Slowly losing my mind. So that's another experience I had. I didn't want to make this one too long, but that's another experience I had dealing with the ETs, and it really blew me away. So I can get on to some more now. And it was just a thing that happened, and it's what the ETs can do to you, more or less, on a spirit level, and you don't even know it. So I just want to throw that in there. The only reason I knew it was ET because I was excited about going to, and I was thinking about, I got to learn more about the UFOs. I'm going to go to the mall and buy a UFO magazine and read it. And I was all excited all day. I got the book. I came home all excited. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. It's a new magazine, new UFO magazine and everything. And I came home to read it. And then I started reading it at work. And as soon as I opened the book, no other time during the day that happened except when I opened the book. What did I open up? Spiritually. As I open the book, I open up spiritually, or it opens me up. You understand? See how the duality there? In the physical, you open something, but in spirit world, you're opening something, and you don't even know it. Okay, I'll get on to